Daby Toure brought his eclectic blend of African and Western pop and folk music to the Baby Grand in August. Early in his life, Toure moved between the West African nations Mauritania and Senegal, living in both inland and coastal areas. In his travels, he learned several African languages and began to teach himself to play the guitar and other instruments.
I travel a lot, as you say, and I think that brings to me a lot of kind of colors, different styles and different traditional and music and modern music. And yeah, that's really important to my music. And you can feel that life I've got before. You can feel it in my music. It wasn't really easy because in Africa it's really hard to be in your place when you are young, because all the people or when people have the right in everything, and you should do what they say you have to do. And so my father was saying to me all the time, you have to learn, you have to go at school, and for me it wasn't easy because I really wanted to be on music all the time.
At age 18, he moved to Paris with his father, Hamidou Toure, who joined the musical group Toure Kunda. Though his father urged him to concentrate on his education, Daby immersed himself in music and soon formed the group Toure Toure with his cousin Omar. This is where he began to fuse his musical influences.
There is many language from West Africa. Fulanese, Soninke, Wolof, Hassaniya from Arabic. And I've learned all these languages during all my travels. And between these languages, you have different cultures and different kind of music, of course. And I just take everything. And then after, when I was a teenager, I discovered every kind of music from outside, like the pop music, for example, the blues music, reggae music, Beatles, Police, Michael Jackson. I like the music, what music given to me, kind of feeling, really a deep feeling, a deep emotion.
After modest success with their debut album and several years of international touring, Daby decided to go out on his own. Through sheer tenacity, he managed to get noticed and signed by Peter Gabriel's Real World label.
And I decided to make an album with all kind of stuff I could do and by my own to try to express something with one guitar, one percussion, bass, and voices. That was the first album I've done with nothing. When I finished to record this album, I decided to co-found a record company. It was really hard, and so one of my friends told me, you should send this record to Real World company, because I'm sure that they're gonna have a different vision about your music. So I just go to the postal mail post, and I put the CD with my name. And so like 2 months later, I received an email from the label manager, and she says, we want to know who you are because we received your CD and everyone love it here, and we listen to your CD, and we just want to know who you are because you didn't say nothing. And so I replied and I explained where I come from, etc., etc. And then she replied and say, Peter Gabriel wants to meet you, and if you want, whenever you want, you come to Real and we can have a chat, and things happen like this.
That's a great story.
Yeah, that's a nice story. Yeah.
Currently promoting his second solo album, Stereo Spirit, on which he wrote most of the songs and plays all of the instruments. He still writes and performs songs in several languages. He says they are about life.
I talk about love, I talk about people's stories, some stories I've knew from people I know, my story also, and these experiences, because I'm wondering all the time how it could be sometimes that a human being could do really nice things, the best things on the world, and on the same time could break everything in a few minutes or 5 seconds, and how we could be violent, how we could kill each other, and on the same time you could find people really, extraordinary.
More information on Daby Toure can be found on the Real World website, and he has a MySpace page. Here are some other international acts coming up at the Grand this fall. On October 5th, the Song and Dance Ensemble of West Africa combine traditional West African rhythms, instruments, folklore, and mythology for an incredible and unique performance. Direct from Spain, Compania Flamenco Jose Porcel stomps onto the grand stage on October 19th. Jazz singer Rachael Price comes all the way from Australia to perform at the Grand on November 9th. And don't miss Christmas with the Celtic Tenors on November 30th. This performance will feature soaring Celtic-flavored versions of various Christmas selections. These are just a few of over 50 shows booked at the Grand and Baby Grand in 2008 and 2009. Tickets and information for all shows at the Grand can be found at ticketsatthegrand.org or call the box office at 800-37-GRAND.